Hi, everybody. This is your host, Gabriel Phoenix, and welcome back to another action-packed time. Woo! We just did the Mouth of Sauron. Now we're gonna go ahead and do another one. It was a short video, so I say, why not? Let's do another one. We got plenty of time. So, let's dive in. But before anything, just in case you haven't seen any video, if you haven't played Rise to War for Lord of the Rings, make sure to download that link below, right there. Click. Or if you do like my content, like and subscribe. It's always a pleasure to entertain you guys, answer any of your questions. So let's dive deep into it.
You are a
Boom.
lesser son.
Let's get
of
into
greater
the
science.
champion today, which is Adunae. Adunae. I think that's how you pronounce it. Maybe the A is silent, so you can put as Adunae. Or Adunae. It's Adunae. Or not Adunae. Or something like that. Anyways, Reaper Lady Girl. She's actually really short. She's is a made up character from Rise to War. She would have been better accepted if they didn't try to make her into a lieutenant. They made up some nonsense story about her being a trusted lieutenant in the war against the Kingdom of Man for the Witch King. She serves the Agmar, known as the Reaper of Agmar. She could have been the Reaper of Agmar, but she didn't need to be considered as the most trusted lieutenant. Because that right there kind of contradicts the story behind, but it doesn't matter. She's still a good character, and I think that's probably one of the most reasons why we don't see her as much anymore, because of the conflict behind the creation of her. But she is a really good unit. When she came out season 2, she was phenomenal. You wanted to build her focus. You wanted to do all kinds of damage. She is a damage dealer, and she knows how to bring it down. Now, season 4, with all the changes, and you don't want to build focus on her because focus is not really strong right now. It's kind of pretty weak. You want to build physical on her. So let's dive down into her gear. Yes, if you are planning to do focus, you can do decent. You're just not going to be able to kill Gandalf or Eowyn because they are heavily focus reduction. You might want to be able to put a carver, not a carver, right here. A carver. Carver's really good for her. You'll be able to boost her might and focus damage at the same time, plus the evil men, or if you want to put smite. Smite is actually a really good move with her because it will continue to do additional focus damage. Same with the armor. The armor, you probably want to go with the Hunter Skin. Hunter Skin is really good. You want to increase her focus damage again, give her speed. Another thing you want to be able to do for that is give her the Tapper Hood. That will increase her focus, speed, and range. There's a reason why we're going over range, because it's actually quite good with her. Wizard Fireworks is amazing on her. The heal, the focus boost, the +2 range attack. It is phenomenal on her. She does really good. That's if you want to do your focus build. If you want to go ahead and do a might build, well, you can always get the axe of Khazad-dûm. That right there is really good. Or you can go solid with the battle axe. Never can go wrong with the battle axe. I would personally do the flay because it does physical damage, ignores 5% of a target defense for the first 4 rounds. That's actually one of the best moves to put on her for physical. Another thing you want to be able to do is get the superior. I'm gonna try to pronounce this right. Is superior Humbrick. That is gonna give her a +25 might, +12 on defense, and it's also gonna give them Shroud, which is evade. Evade is always good. That's the one that I would recommend on her. Works really well. For Helm, if you're going with might. Of course, what you want to do for her simply is... Where is it? here we go. The pride helmet will increase the defense again, plus it will give that melee extra damage. With the treasure for it, now treasure you can just simply go with drums. Drums is really good with the heal, but it's also for the attack with the melee, a +2 melee. Or you can actually just do regular drums. Moria, which is against dwarf units, you want to be able to do it. I don't recommend doing the bones. You might not find the white hands kind of good on her, because you're not going to use any uric eyes on her, unless you want to do a berserker build. You can definitely do that, but overall, she's one of those commanders that you can build her the way you want it. You can use her any way you want it. She's quite flexible. So let's get into the skill, so that way you guys can see how to build her. If you are going to do her focus damage heavy, you're gonna go with the first skill on the top, which is called Spell Seeker. Spell Seeker is gonna increase. Now this thing is phenomenal. The kind of thing that it's gonna boost is 60% focus plus an automatic 15. That's 75 on focus. 75 focus purely. On season 2 as she came out, this was so good, so devastating. You're gonna give her Soul Siphon, which is a beautiful move that you can just heal your allies and not worry about a damn thing. Of course, right here with Plague, you just want to do level 1 on Plague. Keep it like that. Just do 1 on Plague and focus on getting your Soul Siphon, of course, max. The next move you will do is actually Black Nemoriania. I can't say this word. Damn it! Black Newman. Alright, we're gonna say a new man. The Black Newman is actually really good because every time she does a normal attack, it will do focus damage. Of course, you're doing focus damage anyways. Her normal attack is gonna be useless, so you want to be able to deal focus damage. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna put the black art. You're only gonna put 1 skill on the black art. It's just good to have a double negative heal just in case they block 1. And then you're gonna go with Betrayer. Full on the Betrayer. That right there will take care of her as far as the allies doing damage. You're gonna be wanting to do it because enemies and allies cannot be healed. You don't have to really care about healing, but it is a neglect damage heal, so it's really amazing to use. If you do not want to go the Betrayer route, of course you can always go and level up your Plague max, Black Art max, because that's going to be your attack every turn. It does decent amount of damage, not crazy amount of damage, but pretty decent. And just, maybe do more physical damage, but on the Dark Mental. But I really recommend doing this, maxing that out, and then doing 1 level on the Black Arts, and then maxing out Betrayer for the focus build. Now, physical build is a little different. And, oh, by the way, you also get a plus 15 right there as well. So, man, you're getting a plus 90 on focus just alone on her for her focus. And if you're worried about Gabriel, what about her stats? She's even. She's like a Nazgul. She does evenly on focus and might, so you do not have to worry about that whatsoever. Now, on this right here, you're going to want to put on the Reaper for her might build. So you're going to max that out all the way to max. And guess what? It's a plus 60 might, plus 15 on the might again, so that's plus 75 in total for a boost, which is phenomenal. That right there, it is heavy. It will be able to wreck people very well on that, because what you want to do is you want to get your precision blows and your Heart Seeker. Heart Seeker does it once. It damages once, round 1. It does extremely high damage, so you want to max that out, and then you also want to max out your precision blow, because as you can see here, on max level, you're going to be able to do over 300% of physical damage, plus it has pursue, so it ignores the target that has invasion, which is one of the biggest problems right now in season 4, is uh trying to stop units from evading damage, because avoidance right now is super powerful. I'm really annoyed with avoidance on Gandalf and Eowyn's. I think it is too overpowered. It should have a lower chance of activation, not auto chance. It's really annoying. It gives them a free turn to come back and just wreck you. So, right there, that right there will seal the deal. Pursuit will really be able to stop them from evading, and she'll be able to get into her face. The second skill that you're going to be doing is you're going to do being Betrayer, auto and max, because Betrayer will be able to stop their heals, and it will increase the damage that all your allies are going to be doing. You can also go ahead and do the Intimidation branch if you want. If you do not want that, don't worry, just go and do your Black Newman, and that you don't want to level up too much. You just want to get a level 1 on the Black Arts, and then go into the Dark Mantle. The Dark Mantle is what's going to increase your physical damage that the enemy received. But I do prefer that you do the Betrayer. It's going to be able to suit you better, and you can always go with the Silence or Stun, because her speed is 105. So her silence kind of makes sense. It will stop a lot of the target commanders who do a lot of damage, and she's pretty quick on her feet. So there's no really big problem with that. So those are the two builds. Let's dive into the unit. Let's go over here. So the units that you primarily want to use when you're doing your focus type build is you want to go ahead and do blasters. Blasters are phenomenal with her because of the high focus damage she has, but also because they do double the damage, and she's the one that's doing the damage herself. Now, I will say this, you are going to be needing trolls with her. Let me move this, it keeps getting in the way. You are going to be needing mountain trolls. You want really tanky boys to be able to soak up the damage so your archers can do more damage as well. Another unit you can use is Alchemist, but Alchemist has been nerfed so hard, they just don't do the damage like they used to. Now, for the physical damage, if you're building her physical, I would do the same thing and get mountain trolls, and then you will decide if you want to do Reapers. If you want to do Reapers, you can go ahead and do Reapers. They are phenomenal if you have mountain trolls. Or you can do Berserkers. Berserkers are really good with her. Get over here. The reason why Berserkers are really good with her, because they do get a increase, be able to have increased damage in the beginning, and she does give a large damage boost, so that would actually kind of negate the damage loss that you get per turn. But you can also do you can also get them as well with not with mountain trolls. If you're going to use Berserkers, I would highly use Berserkers, of course, with Raiders together, or if you want, get the Warlords. If you do her with pure Warlords, you're going to be able to smash their face so hard, because these are new in Season 4, so I would really do, if you're doing a physical build, I would do pure Warlords, maybe with some Berserkers, or do pure Warlords with some Raiders, or you can do Warlords and Fallens, because, you know, Fallens are everywhere, and they have a good DPS, because Warlords don't have a good defense, but man, oh man, they dish out a lot of damage. And the reason why I would say you would do Warlords, because Avoidance is one of the banes of Warlords. Warlords have very low defense, so they will dish out the damage. They will deal the damage. Here, I think I have a video of Warlords here. Warlords. Ah, yes. Warlords, right here. 200. Okay, so This is the Witch King with the Warlord. That way you guys can see. But avoidance are pretty terrible with Warlords. If your opponent evades the first strike, you lose a hefty damage. And when they come back, you're going to lose a lot of Warlords because their defense is so low and they don't have that much great HP. But man, they could dish out damage like no tomorrow. So that's why it's really good with her, because she automatically ignores the evasion. So if they miss, you're able to do, look at that, 14 damage. Whew. Look at that, freaking 14,000 damage in one attack. These guys are so good. And these are like against a tier 3 unit they just hit. Warlords are phenomenal, and they can dish out tons of damage. On the Witch King, there you go. That's almost that. Wait, that is 37,000 damage for the Witch King. But sometimes you will get, if you get them to level 50, especially on the commander, you're gonna easily see about 30 to 40 damage every turn. It is ridiculous. Warlords are really good because they do ignore defense. They actually reduce the defense, and they actually ignore defense. They do pure solid damage, and with somebody who has that kind of physical damage boost on them, it is just a no-brainer when you want her, because that physical damage here, she's gonna go ahead and hit them, and then right here she's just gonna dish out that damage. And then you got your betrayers, which you are increasing the damage and you're ignoring the heal that they won't be able to do, because you're not gonna heal with her. You're just gonna keep boost. And what's great is they are orcs. So any items that give your attack +1 on orcs, or even defense boost on orcs, they're going to benefit from it. All right. That's pretty much it for her. I haven't used her this season. I know she's not used a lot anymore. There's just better commanders, of course. But I think a lot of people stopped using her because of the controversy with the token writings. And the way how they presented her was really not that well. But I think the main reason is because we had such great commanders released in Season 3 that didn't really get to shine until this season, like Larthur or even Citaro. Those commanders really shined a lot. We have a new commander, 2 new commanders, but also you also had Yuan is also another decent commander. That's an epic. So she kind of fell wayside, but doesn't mean she's a bad commander. She's just great. The problem is her best build, which is focus, is no longer viable. So now you would have to do with physical. And with the Warlords, I think it could be viable again. I haven't tested out this season. Like I said, I'm more focused on Nazgul, but if I wasn't, I would probably test her out with level 50 with Warlords and doing Mountain Trolls, and I think I would have probably been really entertained. So those are really good for her. Well, that's it, folks. I hope you like this build. I hope you've been liking the constant the constant content that I've been uploading. We are going to be going and doing some Lord of Rings online. We'll be doing that for an hour, and then we'll be calling it a day. But until then, thank you so much for watching. Peace out.